So let's just get started and then people can hop on. Everyone should be muted when they hop on so it won't be loud. So you guys, this is Sydney. This is who I work with, my corporate rep. So you're what, 3-star to 8?
So I'm like 1 to 8 kind of now. Like I'm like really 1 to 5, but I have the 8. So I'm kind of everywhere right now, but I do go down to 1 stars.
Yeah. So, and you guys, if once you hit diamond, you work more closely with corporate people and it is super, super helpful. So I'm just going to let Sydney kind of introduce herself and then just go. But if you guys have questions, just write it in the chat and then we can answer some of those at the end. Okay.
For sure. Yay. I'm excited to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I love doing team calls. I love kind of seeing who's out there that I don't even know about, because honestly, like, one of you guys are the next top 10 coach, right? One of you guys are the next Amy Silverman of Beachbody. And that's what's so fun, because I'd be like, oh my gosh, I was on a team call with her last year and look at her. Like, I just love it. So thanks for having me. But yeah, my name is Sydney and I've been with Beachbody for about 4 years now. I used to be in the central region and then moved over to the west. I think it was like in September, October. And I love it. West region's where it's at. But yeah, like Cozy said, any of you guys that as soon as you hit diamond, you do get a corporate mentor and then tell for like the rest of your Beachbody career. So definitely that's a little extra perk to hit diamond. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Is I'm going to kind of break down from you. Like I said, I've been with Beachbody for 4 years. So I've taken a lot of things I've learned and just like really breaking down diamond and how to keep it simple. I feel like sometimes we make diamond just so hard. And I honestly, like, I don't really get it. So I'm going to try to like break it down to keep it super simple. You've probably heard of my tips. I have 3 tips for you, and I guarantee you've heard of all my tips, but I want to break them down even further within the tip. Like, this is why it's important. This is maybe how you should just look at it a little bit differently. And yeah, if you have any questions, post them in the chat, and I would love to answer them. I love Q&As, or just ask me questions as you go too. So let's get started. Are you guys ready for my 3 tips? Okay, so tip number 1. Hold on, let me turn my phone on silent because there's nothing ruder than my phone just ringing off the hook. But okay, tip number 1. You guys have all heard it. It's not very exciting, but it's you have to hit Success Club. Okay, and you guys are like, oh my gosh, Sydney, that's so boring. I already know this. But I want to talk to you a little bit more in depth about Success Club. So I share this story all the time. And this happened a few months ago, but I was on social media, I was on Instagram, and one of my friends, she posted, thank you, and then at the person for the 12-week eating plan and the 12-week workout plan. I can't wait to get started. So I was like, ooh, maybe this is a Beachbody coach, because I love when like my worlds intertwine, right? So I'm like, who's the coach that my friend found? And it wasn't a coach. She was an online fitness coach, though, just an online fitness coach, and she charged $900 for her 12-week eating plan and a 12-week workout plan. And honestly, I was floored. And so I'm like, well, wait a second. So I started like scrolling through her social media, and I was like, wait, we charge what, $180? This person charges $900. Like, what are we doing wrong? And a couple of the things I saw that we are not doing that this person is they were providing so much value on their page. It was flooded with before and afters, flooded with results. So all of a sudden I was just scrolling through and I was getting ready to sign up. Mind you, I've been with Beachbody for 4 years, and this was just a few months ago, and I was ready to sign up because I was like, well, wait a second. Okay, like I could pay $900 and look like this. Like I saw people's before pictures, I saw people's after pictures. So I'm like, you can guarantee me this? Like, where do I sign up? And then also he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, this 12-week workout plan is custom to you. It's your macros, it's your calorie count, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like the value, right? And then your workout plan's catered to you. And I'm like, more value. And then he's like, oh, and the accountability is like, I'll check in with you once a week, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously, where do I sign up? So I clicked the link to go sign up, and it got to the bottom for me to put my credit card in, and it was like in red, and it was like, I'm so sorry, I only accept 25 new clients a month. Check back in with me, or put your name on the waiting list to check back in with me next month. So I stopped. Thank goodness I stopped, right? Because I got into that emotional purchasing thing for a second, and I was like, whoa. So he charges $900 and he accepts 25 new clients a month, and there's a waiting list. Like, again, what are we doing wrong? So I broke it down a little bit with some steps that I think that you guys can start adding some value, because right there, what he was providing me was so much value. It was like that jab, 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 right hook, that book from Gary Vaynerchuk. Like, this guy was this girl was like genius at it. And so breaking down almost a challenge pack, I think for you, is first and foremost of how you're going to hit Success Club. It really is like hashtag doing your crap, right? Which you guys have all heard, being on the Cozy's team and Michael Folson's team, like hashtag doing your crap. And this kind of just, that's part of it, but this breaks it down to more social media, like adding value. Guys, you have a 12-week eating plan, right? You have a 12-week eating plan that is custom to the individual and what their result wants to be. You have this plan that counts macros for you, counts the calorie count for you, counts the portions for you. Are you talking about it, or are you just saying, I have a nutrition plan? That's point number one. Also, you have a 12-week workout plan, right? You have this workout plan that you can custom to people wanting to gain muscle or lose fat, or, they have a hurt knee. You can help them along with their 12-week workout plan. You guys have that. Going back really fast to the nutrition plan, you also have a grocery list you can provide someone every single week. You have an actual full eating list of this is what you eat on Mondays, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You guys have that. Are you sharing it? Are you showing bits and parts of it? Like, this is what I have my clients eat for lunch. This is how it fits within their macros. This is how it fits within their portion control. Like, are you guys sharing that value? And going back to the workout, like the 12-week eating plan the 12-week workout plan is huge because it's custom. On top of that, you guys have this special shake, right? This daily dose nutrition shake that has every single one of your vitamins that you possibly need. It has all this, protein in it. It helps your digestive system, because with this person that was charging $900, on top of it, you had to go buy a protein shake. You had to go buy these certain vitamins. You had to go buy spirulina. Okay. Spirulina's in our shake every single day. And this person was making people buy spirulina to put in. Spirulina and chia seeds, I think, was two of the ingredients that you had to buy extra on top of your protein. Guys, that's in Shakeology. Are you talking about it? Not just, hey, I have this shake, right? We see those all the time. Like, no, like really like dive in and be like, what's in this? Like, why do I need to drink it? Because honestly, if you really break that down, again, people are gonna be like, where do I put my credit card? This has everything wrapped in one. I need more. And then on top of that, guys, you have this piece of gold in your hand, and this piece of gold is you and what you're going to do and how you're going to hold these people accountable. If I were a coach, when you're at corporate, you're not allowed to be a coach. So I should say this. The day I become a coach, I will for sure run my challenge groups as, okay, welcome to my challenge group. Send me your before pictures. Send me your measurements. Send me your goals. Like, really hold these people accountable. A weekend, every Sunday, you got to check in with me, know where you're at. Maybe I need to change your eating plan. Maybe the portions aren't working for you and you want something more like 2B mindset. Like, we can change that along your 12-week venture, because we're locking these people in for 12 weeks. Okay, guys, that's 3 months of Shakeology retention right there for you. People are going to get better results in these 12 weeks too. But you got to hold them accountable. So you're doing the weekly check-ins. 2 weeks in, I'd be saying, okay, send me your measurements, send me your weight, send me your halfway through pictures or your 2 weekend pictures. Maybe we need to change things up a little bit. Guys, you are an online fitness coach. Everything that you guys have, you could probably go charge $900 for it. But I almost guarantee that most of you guys aren't sharing this value. Probably most of you guys are saying like, oh yeah, I can put you in a workout plan and I can get you in a nutrition plan too. Like, that's only 2 things you're going to do for me. But I just listed you guys a list that you guys can make this long of every single thing that you can provide to somebody for a really cheap price of $180. And then on top of that, they have you for the rest of their lives. Okay, you have to promise me 3 months. You have to promise me a 12-week program to get them in and get them results, because personally, that's how long I think it usually takes to get results. But and after that, you can still have me for time and all eternity, right? Like, you can have me forever as your accountability person. So I think just sometimes a couple tweaks like that will help. What I would do right now on my social media, honestly, like tonight or tomorrow, is just reach out and say, hey, who's interested in losing 10 to 15 pounds by Memorial Day weekend? Summer's like 7 weeks away. I can help you guys lose weight. And this is what I'll provide you. A custom eating plan, right? With blah, 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 everything with the eating plan, a custom workout plan, a shake that's a meal replacement and a daily dose of nutrition and all this stuff. And then on top of it, the accountability, I'll check in with you, like really show everything you're doing, like I just said, but give it a time limit. Who wants to lose 10 to 15 pounds? And yes, exactly like Cozy said, it is about the confidence. If I was in front of you and I'm like, I'm so passionately in love with this stuff, you guys are going to feed off that energy. And again, you guys are going to be like, where do I sign up? Okay, on your social media, you're providing this value, but I also want you guys to start showing some results. I'm sure Cozy has some before and after results you guys can use for different programs. If you guys don't have any yet yourselves, you can go on the Beachbody Challenge, kind of start finding before and afters and like, these are what this can do for you. I want to be flooded with it. I want to know by going to your page, can you help me? And most of the time when I ask coaches that and they say yes, and I still go look at their page, you can't. So kind of be a little bit of critique on yourselves right now and kind of stand back and say, okay, by looking through my page, usually the first top 6 pictures, right, because there's 3 on each side for Instagram, would I know I could come to you to lose 10 or 15 pounds? Are there before and afters in those top 6 pictures? Because guys, those pictures speak so much louder than words. You really have to start using those before and after pictures because they are gold. Okay, so that's kind of everything to do with hitting Success Club. Success Club is a must. Success Club has to happen. Success Club is easy. I don't want it to be just help 3 people. I want you to help as many people as you possibly can. Okay, once you put that cap on you, like, oh, I have to help 3 people and it's hard and you're kind of like scrambling and you're in your mind like, oh my gosh, it's 3 people, it's 3 people. That's when it's not simple anymore and that's when it's not fun anymore. But if I tell you, go help as many people as you possibly can with the laundry list of things I just said that you have in your back pocket, things are going to happen. So go help as many people, hit Success Club. That's step number 1 to get to Diamond. You good with that? Step number 1? You ready for step number 2? Okay. Again, step number 2 is nothing freaking crazy. You've heard it before, but you guys have to recruit. So my second step is recruiting. Now, when I think about recruiting, I kind of go back to when I first started with Beachbody. So when I first started, before I started Beachbody, I was in the mortgage industry, and I was in the mortgage industry for about 9 years. I got recruited over to Beachbody, and I sat down and everyone was telling me about the network. Like I kind of had an idea about the programs. I had no idea that there was a network at all. And here I am in my late 20s. I have sisters. I have a whole bunch of, friends and stuff like that none of us have ever heard about it. And so I started talking to a lot of coaches and they were telling me how hard it is and how there's too many Beachbody coaches and it's saturated and no one to invite. And they felt so weird inviting and they were scared of the no's. And honestly, it really kind of took me back a little bit. So what I did is I went through my personal Facebook at the time and scrolled through. I had 1,000 friends. Okay. And I'm like, somebody in here has to be a Beachbody coach. I found one girl. She was actually in the mortgage industry with me. So I reached out to her and I was just like, hey, I'm like, small world. I work for Beachbody Corporate now. I see that you're a Beachbody coach. Can I ask you why you never invited me to a challenge group or a sneak peek? And I'll never forget what she said because it honestly still bothers me. But she goes, well, Sydney, why would I? She goes, why would I invite you? She goes, I see you posting pictures on social media of you on your boat, you having fun and out in the sun all the time, like in my swimsuit. Okay. So she's like, it looks like you physically don't need a transformation. Like you don't have a lot of weight to lose. And she's like, and on top of that, she's like, I know you do pretty well in the mortgage industry. So why would you want to change your job? Right. And it really and every time I talk about this too, I get super fired up because it still really bugs me, but it's like this gut punch right into my stomach. And I was like, well, wait a second. Who do you think you are to this girl? Who does this chick think she is? Because she just looked at me on my social media and made decisions for me. Wait a second. Who are you? Because still to this day is I've struggled with an eating disorder my whole life. And it's gotten really bad to where I gave it to my sisters. I've had to go in and out of counseling. I've tried every get skinny, quick, wrap, pill, formula, supplement, all this crap. I've tried it all. Okay, but did I ever go on social media and it's like, oh no, I have an eating disorder, help me, like, no, people don't talk about that stuff. And what she also didn't know is I cried every single day coming home from my mortgage industry job. I hated it so, so, so bad. But she looked at my highlight reel on social media when I post the fun pictures, and she's decided for me. And again, like, who do you think you are? Because I almost guarantee that every single one of you guys on this call have done that at some point or the other, have looked at someone and scrolled through because you're like, they don't need this, right? They don't need this gift that I have in my hand because they have everything together. And they'll say no to me, and I don't want to reach out because I don't want to feel like, bad about the no, and I don't want to feel rejection and all this stuff. But guys, who do you think you are? And I don't mean to come off like mean or rude at all. I'm kind of calling you guys out because I think we've all done this. But who do you think you are to make decisions for other people? It's not your choice. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not. So what I want you guys to do, seriously, tonight, tomorrow, way before the weekend happens, is I want you to go through that list of people who are on your dream team. Maybe it's your best friend, your aunt, your mom, this girl that you've been stalking on social media that you're too scared to invite, and I want you to just go out and invite them. And if they say no, well, God bless, because at least they made their own decision. It's probably a no, not right now. They're probably going to keep watching you. But you guys can't take that. I get that sometimes it's hard when you get a lot of no's, but you guys can't take that to heart, because at least it was their decision. Every single one, every person in the whole world has the right to make their own decisions for themselves. So do not be that person that's taking it away. Okay, so go invite that list. Make that list of the people that you've been really not reaching out to because you're too scared or you feel like they're going to say no, and do it. Because I guarantee it will pay off. I guarantee it. Okay, so that's step number 2. Might not be right at this point yet, but I still want to talk about it. So the third step is just getting your coaches to hit Success Club, right? And it kind of goes round and round and round. You hit Success Club, you recruit, you get your coaches to Success Club. And that's really Beachbody, and that's how to keep it simple. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how to get your coaches to hit Success Club right from the beginning, okay? So you recruit your coaches, right? Because we just finished the recruiting step. What I want you to do next, if this is a discount coach, if this is a working coach, I don't care who, I want you to say this exact line. Welcome to my group. I've noticed my most successful challengers. This is kind of for discount coaches. Welcome to my group. I've noticed my most successful challengers always has an accountability partner to do this with them. Who's your accountability partner that you want to have sign up today, just like you did? And in parentheses, friends and family is a great place to start. Okay. When I say sign up was exactly what you just did. So if you just signed up with Ultimate Portion Fix, they just have to go find someone to come do Ultimate Portion Fix with them. That's it. It's not hard. You're not on social media. You're really calling your best friend, your mom, your dad, your sister, someone to just come do this with you. Message me back when you have their name. So I'll say it again. I've noticed my most successful challengers always has an accountability partner to do this with them. Who's your accountability partner that you want to have sign up today, just like you did? Easy peasy. You're sending that out before you send them out anything else, because you have to realize when these people are saying yes to you for like a challenge pack, they're like chomping at the bits, like, what's the next step? And you want to get them right then and there. You're going to have them sign up that person. All of a sudden, they're halfway to Emerald without them even knowing it. They're getting a more discount on their shake. They're feeling good. They're getting started in their journey. And that's, in a week or so, you can say, okay, do you have a couple other people you can get your Shakeology paid for? This is going to be a 12-week program, like we kind of discussed with step number 1, right? We're going to sign them up for 12 weeks. You're going to want a discount on your shake for 12 weeks. So let's get you start helping some people so it's at least free. Sound good? Great. Okay, again, it's so simple, guys. Your verbiage needs to be simple. Your invites need to be simple. To get them to hit Success Club needs to be simple. We don't need to throw them into like a 30-day getting coaches started right before they get a win. I'm saying let's get them a win, and halfway to Emerald, their first 24 hours without them knowing. Okay. If they sign up as a coach, I would kind of say the exact same thing, but to say, hey, my most successful coaches help 3 people every single month. Who's your first 3 people that you want to have sign up today, just like you did? Again, this is without social media. We're not even there yet. So I think it's just catching people at this moment really is going to help. So those are my 3 steps. So hitting Success Club, recruiting, getting my coaches to hit Success Club. So what I would like to do, and then, yes, ask me questions, is I want to throw out a date. So all you guys are working towards Diamond, right? Most of you guys working towards Diamond? Okay. So I have a date for you guys. So if you guys hit Diamond by May 2nd, and you message me on Facebook, it's Sydney J. Maurer. Sydney J. Maurer, message me on Facebook the morning of May 2nd and be like, Sydney, I was on this call. I did it. I'll go into the Utah Prize swag closet and send you guys some swag. Cool? Okay. Questions for me?
Well, that was awesome. So Jamie had a question that she's in the business for over a year now because she's been massively inconsistent. How do you rebrand and start over? What would be your suggestion?
Start tonight. I think, again, like sometimes we're overly thinking it, and you might already be overthinking it because you're being like, well, how do I rebrand and how do I start over? Like, don't wait till Monday, start today. I think with social media, I think it's consistency is key. You have to show up every single day. I would be showing up at least on my feed once a day, in my stories 10 times a day. So 10 stories a day and once on your feed is usually kind of what I see works pretty well. And then just showing your life within those 10 stories, like you can definitely show your life. You know, I kind of do your 5 pillars is to your rebranding. You have 5 pillars, okay, for your brand. Your first one is health, fitness, and nutrition. And you need to figure out your next 4. I also think Beachbody could be a part of it, health, fitness, and nutrition. Then maybe, you know, I work this business part-time because probably a lot of you guys are part-time right now. I work my business part-time, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to pay for my groceries every single month. Like that can be one of your brands. And then other than that, it can be, you know, your family, your faith, your fashion, something like that. So you're always sharing something. I had this coach once, and her 5 pillars was health, fitness, and nutrition, Beachbody. She had 2 others. And then her last one was peanut butter. And when she was telling me this, I'm like, what are you talking about? Your brand's peanut butter. And she's like, well, yeah, Sid, it worked. She's like, every day I'm talking about peanut butter. Every day I'm talking about how I get my peanut butter fix. So she's like, when people are walking down the grocery store and they see peanut butter on the aisle, they think of me. Because how I know is because they're sending me like different brands, and they're like sending me like, oh, look what I'm buying. Did you get your fix in today? You know, they're sending her recipes, all of this stuff just because her brand is peanut butter and she loves it and she talks about it. So it could be really anything you want. It's starting today. It's picking your 5 pillars and staying consistent every single day with them. And it's the consistency really is. Like that's the secret sauce with Beachbody is consistency. Yeah, and be honest with your friends about it too. Like, hey, I've struggled, you know, I'm busy. I've done, you know, I've been here and I've been in and out, but I'm ready to do this, you know, 110%. Who wants to do it with me? Maybe you need to get back on track with your fitness and nutrition and stuff like that. What a great time to be like, hey, I'm looking to lose, you know, 10 or 15 pounds or 5 or 10, whatever it is, or get in shape for summer, the cutoff's Memorial Day. I'm looking for 10 people to do it with me. Ready, go. And then have your piece of paper that has 1 through 10 listed, and anytime someone signs up, put their name next to it, so it kind of creates that FOMO and the sense of urgency with it too. Great question. Anything else?
That's funny. Well, the whole peanut butter thing you were just talking about, I was literally just talking to one of my friends today about, I always like posts because I love black. Like lots of times I'll be in all black. I don't care. And people start tagging me like if they're wearing black or if they're only packing black clothes. So I'm like, just little things like that. And it's so dumb, but it just makes people think of you. So little things like that are not Beachbody, that are just different.
Yeah, and I heard this coach the other day too. She's like, I post on social media so people are memorizing my story. You know, when we talk about your, you know, post your story, post kind of who you are, post, like, it's not just once, it's not just twice, it's honestly every day. So people are memorizing it. Like they go to your page and they're like, oh yeah, this girl's XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And they already kind of know your story and just keep following along. Like that's how much you really want to post about it.
Yes. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions for Sydney? About whether if you have questions about Diamond,
Anything.
whatever you have. And make sure everybody heard that if you guys wake up Diamond on May 2nd to message her, message us if you forget who, like, if you need help.
Who I am, for sure. Message me.
And she'll send you a little swag.
Yeah, which we just restocked, so we have some really good stuff actually here too. I was going through it earlier today. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I never got that, so that's awesome. No questions?
You guys are quiet. Okay, so raise your hand, the ones I can see, if you're going to be Diamond by May 2nd. Where's everyone's hand at? Okay, couple, good. Okay, Randy, did I see your hand?
Randy,
okay, good.
All you guys. Diana's getting her husband to Diamond.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, well, I will, how many people are on this call? 26 minus us, so 24. So I should expect 24 messages on May 2nd. My hand's gonna be busy with those addresses.
Okay, so awesome. Seriously, Sydney, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. It's always good to hear from other coaches, but even more from you guys at corporate, because you guys see so much different things, and you talk to so many different coaches. So it's always good to see and hear from you guys. So
awesome. Yes. Well, thank you guys for having me.
Okay.
And I will see you guys soon. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.